eBay has officially been charged criminally for the cyber stalking and harassment case against Ina Steinert and EcommerceBytes. I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, ProEcommercelister, your one-stop shop for listing services. Simply take photos of your inventory, upload them into our system in our mobile app or website, and we do the rest. Titles, descriptions, conditions, item specifics, return times, handling times, and shipping policies. You simply price your item and make them live on the platform. Contact ProEcommercelister below at www.proecommercelister.com or email us at proecommercelister@gmail.com for full instructions and pricing. And thank ProEcommercelister for being a sponsor of the Rockstarflipper YouTube channel. That's right, welcome back in everybody. Today is a huge update in the eBay cyber stalking and harassment case against David and Ina Steinert from EcommerceBytes. If you're not familiar with this case, I've done several videos on it. I'll link one below, the main one. But the short story is David and Ina own a publication, a blog, a website called EcommerceBytes. They do stories about online selling, online e-commerce platforms, eBay, Amazon, Etsy, you name it, they talk about it. They cover the good, the bad, and the ugly, updates, changes, news, all that sort of stuff. About 3-4 years ago, like 2019-ish, 4 years ago, they were writing some stories that eBay did not like about former CEO Devin Wenig and about how much money he made compared to his employees and how the performance of the company and all these different things that eBay viewed as negative. Their global head of security and several other employees went on what is described as a rogue mission. They actually flew from San Jose, California, where eBay is located, to the Boston, Natick area of Massachusetts, where David and Ina live. They set out on a scheme to harass and cyberstalk them. They mailed them a bloody pig mask and a death wreath and how to deal with the death of a loved one. They sent, I think, pornography or porn subscriptions there. They scheduled swingers parties. They actually tried to track them. They were caught. Eventually, they were tracked down and charged. All of them went to jail or pleaded guilty. The only one that really walked away from this, the ones that walked away was, of course, including CEO Devin Wenig, who got a $57 million golden parachute, a severance pay, a payment to leave eBay at the time and resign. He was never charged criminally. He retained attorney. He has an attorney, but he was never charged criminally. He denied knowing about what they were doing, denied giving them the instructions to do it, and that's pretty much the story. All those employees went to jail. I think 5 or 6 of them, maybe 7 of them went to jail. A bunch of them pleaded guilty. They admitted to what they had done, and they're serving, a couple of months to a couple of years in prison for this. Well, David and Ina sued eBay civilly. Today, eBay was found guilty criminally. They were charged criminally as a company and fined $3 million. And here's the kicker, for 3 years, they have to be supervised by an outside oversight. I believe it's like an oversight person or oversight group of people who are going to look into eBay's practices, look into how their culture is, how they run the company, how things are handled on the terms of social media and positive and negative stories and all these sorts of things that culminated in what happened. So that's the punishment for the company criminally. But here's where I have a huge problem with this. The company has now been found guilty criminally. It has been determined by the Department of Justice, the U.S. Department of Justice, the DOJ, that eBay did something criminal as a company. All of the employees who were involved in this, who traveled to the Boston area, who harassed and cyberstalked Ina and David, have been found criminally guilty, or they pleaded guilty. They are in jail, most of them. The only person that seems to have walked away unscathed from this is Devin Wenig, the CEO, former CEO of eBay. And he walked away with $57 million. He's living a great life right now. Don't get it wrong, guys. He lives a very good life, and he's now in a different role at a different company. He started his own company, actually. But why, if the company was guilty criminally and all the employees were guilty criminally, how is it possible the CEO is not guilty criminally? Yeah, you can say you weren't involved and you can say you had no idea what they were up to, but let's be honest, you did. In my opinion, Devin should have been charged criminally as well and found guilty as well. That's how I feel it should have went out. He said that the text messages he sent saying take her down or get her or whatever they said, I'd have to reference that back, was not instructions for them to do what they did. And maybe not. Maybe he didn't tell them to do exactly what they did. Who knows? None of us will probably ever know. But why wasn't he charged criminally? That's my question. Why not? So, in my opinion, he should have been. I'm sure that a lot of people in the opinions in the comment section are going to agree with me here. I would love to know from the Department of Justice, from Ina, from David, maybe they have a better insight to this. Why wasn't Devin charged criminally? Even if you decline it, a lot of people are charged criminally that deny the charges. That's why we have a court system. That's why we go to court and we present evidence and we let a jury of your peers and his peers determine whether they believe that he didn't have anything to do with it. That's, in my opinion, what should have happened. And I'll leave it to you guys in the comment section. You tell me what should have happened, why or why not. Why do you think he should have been charged? Why don't you think he should have been charged? And finally, this new oversight, this 3 years of supervision, call it probation, parole, whatever you want to call it, is, I don't know if it's one person or a group of people, I imagine it's probably a group of people, are going to have to oversee the way eBay does things now. Do we think that's going to be good, bad? What do we think they can affect? Do we think they can change anything? A culture, not just a culture, but like the way that eBay operates, the way they do things. Is this going to be good in the long run for eBay? Is this going to be bad? Is this going to not really have any effect? We're never going to know it. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Leave it down in the comment section. I'll leave this video short as always. I try to keep all my videos as straight to the point as possible. That's the update today. eBay charged criminally, guilty criminally as a company, forced to pay $3 million. That $3 million does not go to David and Ina. I should have been clear about that. That is a criminal penalty that goes to the U.S. government, I imagine, not to David and Ina. They still have a civil trial pending that I did a video on as well for tens of millions of dollars that they sued eBay for, that they've been trying to come to a settlement or some kind of agreement. There's still no update on that. When that happens, I'll let you know. But this $3 million, not David and Ina. This goes criminally to the Department of Justice, the U.S. government. Their civil settlement and civil payments or whatever they end up getting or not getting in the civil trial is separate. That's a different case, and that'll be resolved at a different time. So that's the update from the cyberstalking case, eBay versus the Steiners and EcommerceBytes. As always, thanks for watching the video. I will link my original video, and also if you want to check out Ina's website, I know most of you already subscribed to it. I'll link it below. And I can't wait to read your comments on this one. It should be good. Hit that like button, you guys. Make sure you turn that blue and subscribe to the channel. Don't miss future videos. I'll see everyone next time.